Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So this is from the chapter structural organization in animal, and this is a topic under animal tissue. In the earlier classes I have already explained epithelial tissue and connective tissue. So stay at home, stay safe. So without any delay, let's start with the topic muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So let's start. Let's start with the topic muscular tissue. You can see the pictures given very nicely. The colorful pictures are given. Three different types of muscular tissue are there. We'll say this one by one. So muscular tissue or muscle tissue, you can see the pictures. So the tissue made up of many muscle fibers. All right, so these tissue are made up of many muscle fibers, or it is also called muscle cells, and the muscle fibers are composed of numerous fine microfibrils. All right, myofibrils. So the muscle fibers are composed of numerous fine myofibrils, and a muscle fiber can contract, that is shorten, and relax, that is lengthen. Okay, so the muscle fiber can contract, that is shorten, and relax, that is lengthen. So muscle take part in locomotion and movement. Okay, so muscles take part in locomotion and movement. So you can see the myofibrils shown, the structure of myofibrils is shown, the structure of filament containing actin and myosin. So filaments containing actin and myosin is shown. Okay, now you can see the different types of muscles. Okay, one is skeletal muscle, one is smooth muscle, another is cardiac muscle. So skeletal muscle is also called striated or voluntary muscle. Striated means it can be stressed, voluntary means it is performed according to our will. Okay, and next is smooth muscle or non-striated muscle, that means it cannot be stressed, or it is also called visceral muscles. And last one is cardiac muscle. So we'll see this muscle one by one. So first is skeletal muscle or striated muscles. Okay, so you can see they are attracted, or they are attached, not attracted, they are attached to bone. So these skeletal muscles are attached to bone. Example, biceps. Okay, so you can see in the biceps the skeletal muscles are attached to bones. Striations are present in muscle fibers. Okay, so striations are found in muscle fibers, and muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion. So muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion. A sheath of tough connective tissue encloses several bundles of muscle fiber. Okay, so a sheath of tough connective tissue encloses several bundle of muscle fibers. So you can see the structure of nuclei, myofibrils, sarcolemma, fascicle, okay, blood vessels, tendon, epimysium, not emphy, it's epimysium, then perimysium, then endomysium. Okay, so the outer one is epimysium, middle one is perimysium, and inner one is endomysium. So next is smooth muscle, or it is also called non-striated or visceral muscles. Okay, so these are involuntary muscles and they are fusiform. So fibers taper at both the end. No striations are seen. Cell junctions hold them together and they are bundled together in a connective tissue shape. Okay, so they are seen in the walls of internal organs. So these smooth muscles are seen in the wall of internal organs such as blood vessels, stomach, and intestine. So these smooth muscles are seen in the wall of internal organs such as blood vessels, stomach, and intestine. Okay, so you can see in the small intestine. So first one was skeletal muscle. These are found in the arms. Okay, in the biceps example, and here in the smooth muscle they are found in the wall of internal organs such as blood vessels, stomach, and intestine. Next, the third type of muscle tissue is cardiac muscle. Okay, so cardiac muscle, they are involuntary muscles seen only in heart. So involuntary muscles are seen only in heart. cell junctions fuse the plasma membrane of the cells and make them stick together. Okay, so the cell junctions fuse the plasma membrane of cell and make them to stick together. So communication junctions, that is intercalated discs, allow the cells to contract as a unit. That is when one cell receives a single signal. Okay, so that is when one cell receives a signal to contract, its neighboring cells are also contracted. Okay, so the cardiac muscles are always present in heart. It's only present in heart, and this muscle never get fatigued. So next, the last type of muscle, that is neural tissue or nervous tissue. So in the earlier classes I've discussed about epithelial tissue, connective tissue. Today I've discussed nervous tissue, and the last type of animal tissue is nervous tissue, and also I've discussed muscular tissue. So total 4 types of animal tissue. Epithelial tissue is discussed in earlier classes, connective tissue discussed in earlier classes, and today's class I've already discussed with the muscle tissue or muscular tissue, and now I'm discussing about the neural tissue or nervous tissue. So you can see in the right hand side the structure of neuron is given. Okay, so made up of neurons, a unit of nervous system. So nervous system unit is neuron. So neuron is the unit of nervous system. Okay, so what is neuron? Neuron is the unit of nervous system or neural system. So it is responsible for control and coordination of the body. So neurons are responsible, or nervous tissue is responsible for control and coordination of the body. Neurons are excitable cells. They carry impulses. So these neuron carries impulses, and neurons are protected and supported by neuroglial cells. So you can see in a neural there are numerous supporting cells, so they are called glial cells or neuroglial cells, and neuroglia make up more than half of the volume of neural tissue. So in the neural tissue, neuroglia forms more than half of the volume of neural tissue. Okay, so you can see the nervous tissue, very important diagram. So next you see organ and organ system. You can see cells, group of cells combine to form a specific function. Okay, so those are called tissue. Cells combine to form tissue, tissue combines to form organ, organ combines to form organ system, and organ system combines to form an organism. Same way for plant and animal cells. Okay, cells combine to form tissue, tissue combine to form organ, and organ combine to form organ system. So this organization is essential for better coordinated activities of the cell. So an organ is made up of more or one or more. Okay, so an organ is made up of one or more types of tissues. Example, heart has epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. So one organ, heart, comprises of four types of tissue. One is epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. Thank you, student. This was all about the entire lecture. Here I've discussed about the topic muscular tissue and nervous tissue. This is from the chapter Structural Organization in Animal, and this is a part of animal tissue. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomujit sir signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.